Hello everyone and welcome to the second round of Vtracc season 25-3. We are at Nürburgring today, as you can see, for this race of, well, what seems to be maybe the final season of Vtracc on ACC, at least for now. In any case, my name is Julian and I'm not alone here today because with me in the commentary booth is Song. How are you doing?
Yes, hello. I am doing rather well. I'm here to be the broadcaster for today's free track round at Nürburgring GP.
All right, and as you can see, we're already in the qualifying session. We have a split qualifying today, for which it would be great to see the delta between the drivers on the table. Maybe we can get that up. In the meantime, I will explain that we have 15 minutes of qualifying just for the M drivers today. And, for example, we see Evano right now, Ekimali Boran Shensai for Wild Things Racing, who is one of the top contenders, let's say, for this AM class. And, well, we'll see how well the writer fares today.
Yeah, the writer, he loves his writer. I know that.
All right, but the first lap times are coming in, which unfortunately we cannot see yet. But, oh, Evano! Damn, that was unfortunate. Taking a bit too much curb there for the suspension of the writer, and the lap times are coming in. We'll have to see whether we can get the lap times up on the screen. But Primer Ice-T, who is actually new in the M class for this round, is currently leading the standings. Just three thousands, well, no, 300s ahead of Ian the Terrible. Very close between the two. And
Yep, there we go.
oh, there we go. Lovely. Kaito Nas is also very close behind that, followed by G-Fox and Zero Alexander. Luckily for all of them, we are currently on a dry and even fast track because the practice server has had mixed conditions, and it was like a 50-50 choice on chance on whether you get dry or rain. But it seems like all qualifying session will be in the dry, as Tals the 14th, or Tals the bartender as he is right now known, is getting into P1. Look at that, the Ferrari treating him well for once. Last time around he didn't have so much luck, but this time around maybe his luck will change.
That livery looks nice as well. We have removed all the livery restrictions apart from PG-13, of course, but yes, this has a carbon base, which means the number can be wherever it wants to be.
It almost looks like the front bumper is like a aero testing bumper with the how the livery is.
Oh yeah, but
looks like
it's
that.
just like a floral Damascus knife kind of livery.
Exactly. Beautiful. Nice design. Past the bartender, now in P1 for now. Beautiful. But we see this very close towards the top. We have Kaito Nasa coming across the line now into P1. Oh, has now made it less close. 5/10. And Neko Kitten right behind that, who has been doing very well in the practice session, now in P1 in the qualifying for now. 1:58.740. Beautiful lap time by Neko Kitten, racing for Purple Inferno here, which is part of the Team Phoenix Racing VTuber Academy.
So Tars has some big time gains though. He's 7 up right now. He's rounding out the final corner. Can he get Kaito Nasa and maybe Neko Kitten as well?
Oh!
He's 1 second up. Let's see if he can
That
do
looks
it.
good.
Yes, he does.
Beautiful, beautiful by Tals, being 1.5 tenths ahead of Neko Kitten here. Now it is Neko Kitten's time to return the favor, but we'll have to see. Maybe not this lap. We will find out sooner rather than later. Currently, Neko Kitten is about switching even with their best time, slightly in the red at the moment, and there are a bunch of other drivers gaining time right now. One of them is Zero Alexander, who is up on the Delta about 2/10, challenging Luna Lupo and Imentrix Saints at the moment. Coming into the last chicane. No, not the last chicane. Coming into the second last chicane now. Oh, yeah, could have taken that a bit wider on exit, but overall a nice line. Gains a bit of time on her pass. Zero Alexander now on the back straight. Oh, 3/10 up now. This is looking well for Zero to catch up to the drivers up ahead.
Yeah, about 3/10 up right now. Oh, it's a bit bouncy over that curb. It's still 110 up though. That could still be just about enough for one position to Luna Lupo in P8. Let's see. Is it enough? No, it is not by just I think it was 5 thousandths of a second.
5 thousandths? Oh god, yeah, but that brings the midfield of the M's very close together. Primer Ice-T very close to Tals now, just 5.5 hundredths behind. Oh, it looks like a battle for the front is developing here. We'll have to see whether Neko Kitten has anything for that. Well, maybe Tals is going to even improve on his time. Look at that delta, 6/10 up, 5/10 up right now. Oh, losing a bit on the exit, but still 5/10 up now on the rest of the M grid. Beautiful by Tals.
Oh, that's so close to the 57. 57 is going to be really good for M here. That's what the 3 silver cars are probably going to be doing. 56s to 57s. Very good driving by Tals here. Kaito Nasa though, he is improving right now. About a 10 up.
Yeah, Kaito Nasa is also wanting to challenge for the top here on the back straight now, losing a bit of time onto the back straight unfortunately, but still has one more sector. Funnily, the last sector here, starting here, is actually just these two corners, the one chicane and the hairpin. But there's so much time to be lost or gained in this, because you can take so much curb in the chicane or so little, and also good exit out of the hairpin is important. And fortunately in this situation, it doesn't look like Kaito Nasa improved in his lap time, but he has about 2, maybe actually 3 more goes, it seems, at improving his qualifying time.
Yes, indeed. And Ian the Terrible has a 210 improvement right now in the Lexus this season, actually. Last season they were in the NXX for Technoverse, now they're in Phoenix. And improved they have as they jump into P5.
This is actually a battle between teammates here in the qualifying, because Ian the Terrible and G-Fox Foxington are teammates. And actually they were 1 and 2 last time around at Spa. So it's interesting to see that they are not challenging for P1 at the moment. Well, maybe they have a bit more time to gain, or maybe they're just at the upper midfield this time around.
Let's see though, has Ivano managed to finally scrape together a lap here in this magnificent V10 machine? Let us see.
Might be invalid, I'm not sure though.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately that was invalid, but there's 2 more tries for Ivano to get in a lap.
Oh, big gains currently though for Kaito Nasa. 5/10 up right now on their current lap. Improving would mean they could probably snatch P2.
Or potentially P2 is even on the line, yeah, because Primer is 5/10 down on Tals right now. Kaito Nasa losing a bit of time here, coming onto the back straight though. 6/10 up now into the braking zone. How is the exit looking? Oh, not as good as on his best lap. Losing a bit of time. Braking much braver, it seems, for Kaito Nasa right now. But the exit is where it's a bit lacking. 5/10 up. Maybe this is just enough for P2, and it is! Kaito Nasa just under 5/10 down on Tals.
Yeah, does a Mustang have a restrictor on this track?
It should, yeah. It does have, I think, an 80% restrictor on, roundabouts 80% restriction on every track. As we see Ian the Terrible, another front engine machine come across, up 2 tenths, maybe ahead of Zero now. Yes, into P5 ahead of Zero
Oh.
Alexander.
Another 5,000 gap here in qualifying. Really close here this time around.
But it seems that Ian the
Really
Terrible
close.
is not over with doing laps, trying to immediately best his lap right now, trying to close the gap a bit to the front four. Rear-ended by Neko Kitten. Rear-ended? That's not the right term. Anyways, you understand what I mean. Luna Lupo has also quite a bit of a potential. We haven't seen them so far very much, but Luna Lupo currently a second up on their lap time. So quite a lot of potential here in the first sector anyways.
Yeah, Luna Lupo didn't have the best season 25-1, but they are here to improve on their losses last season, and it looks promising right now. Still 7/10 up into these corners, heading down into the hairpin now. 9/10 up. Yeah, iMetrics Zays here as well. 1/10 up right now. Can still improve on that time. But we're going to go back to
drivers.
Luna Leopold, yeah.
Bunch of drivers still improving right now, and the time is running out for them though, because once the 15 minutes are over on the timer, it means that the AMs can no longer start any new qualifying laps, because that is when the pros and the silvers come out today. We do have a rather small silver class attending today, but we will see that soon. Luna Lupo for now is still up on her time. Oh, 1.2 seconds at the moment. That is looking to go up into the P4s.
Oh, that's actually pretty damn good. Just need to get these curbs right.
That was nice. That was beautiful by Luna Lupo here. Now one more corner, 1.3 seconds up at the moment. Let's take a look at how good is the exit. Losing a tiny bit of time, but it will be enough to go up. Maybe P2 for Luna Lupo ahead of Kaito Nasa. Now that is a last second.
And we see
that is the last second
pro
one.
cars and silver cars going out now, as we see Ahmed Ohm just strolling out of the pit lane now.
Yes, the pro laps have started. Ahmed Ohm, one of them, definitely a strong challenger for the win today, was heading up the practice session with the best lap time.
Finally set the lap.
Oh, and the last chance for Ivano, beautiful there. A second down on the lead and AM. Last minute save there. Well done by Ivano.
G-Fox is going into the pits now to let the pro and silver cars do the laps now. Who's first out on the track? I believe it is Ryoma Kirihara for the Oreo squad.
Yeah, Oreo Kirihara, I wanted to say there. Oh boy, Ryoma Kirihara out first, doing the lap between the pros and the silvers. And this is going to be interesting. Ryoma Kirihara last time around was a bit unlucky, and will have to make up quite a lot this time around in order to have a chance for the championship, which currently seems to be, well, after only one round, it currently seems to be very much in the hands of of a handful of persons, less than a handful of persons, 2 people actually. Rune Kumata and Ahmed Ohm, but Ryoma Kirihara is now starting the lap. And we'll have to see at the end of the lap whether the first banker laps are already better than all of the AM laps that we have seen. I mean, we are expecting to go into the 56s, currently with fast circuit. Maybe it even gets to optimum later in the lap, but we will see how low we can go. this is also a beautiful livery. I think this one is designed by our very own Albert Judge.
Yeah, pretty good livery by Albert as always. We shall take this opportunity though to check on the championship standings because we have them now.
Yeah, let's do that.
So we got the pro standings right now with Ruby Nakamata in P1, in P2, Midnight Hurricane in P3. They're all the race results from the first round basically. So yeah, Isaac Ambrose, Electric Shock, Exado Ubitia, Biggie Hugs, Ryoma Kirihara, and the rest did not start the first round. So we're gonna move on to silver now. We got Zul Akihara in P1, Kenneth Loskalus P2, Eric Gregis P3, Amethyst of V2 P4, Psycho Kaiser returning this time, but in silver class for P5. We have Ravioli Hangout and Jordan Brunch, and anyone below that didn't start. So on to you for the Airman teams.
In the AMs, we have G-Fox Foxington leading the way with Ian the Terrible and Savage EJ in third. Then we have David Gameplay, Zero Alexander, and Diamantrix Saints for the next three. Ivano EAB Tals the 14th and Neko Kitten are 7, 8, and 9. And the last of the top 10s is Death Player Enter, followed by Ubi Diaz, Selena Aino, Luna Lupo, Primer Ice-T, Kaito Nasa, and Kian Fry. And for the teams, we have Phoenix Racing VTuber Academy in P1 right now with G-Fox Foxington and Ian the Terrible. Vitality Bago Racing Team with Imatrix Saints and Kenneth Loskalus is in P2. And Technoburst Racing with Isaac Umbrust and Biggie Hugs in P3. And we have Phoenix Racing VTuber Academy Purple Inferno, Technoburst 02, Phoenix Racing VTuber Academy Jade Phoenix in P4, 5, and 6. In P7, we have Q Whoopid Bago Racing. And in P8, with the first race starts happening today, we have Rev Up by Technoburst.
Alright, we go back to qualifying right now. We can see that the first pro and silver laps have come in. Sam Winton for Doug Hansen Racing, the Jimmy Broadbent team, is in P1 right now.
Absolutely beautiful. And it's not something that we necessarily expected, judging from just the practice laps, because in practice they were even behind Neko Kitten, who did really well then.
And then in second we have our resident alien, Reska Kiyoso, #1 Pista Motorsport fan. Look at his BMW, beautiful. You love to see it.
Absolutely wonderful performance so far. Ahead of all of the AMs and all of the silvers, which is something that Reska Kiyoso did not have the confidence in going into the race. Maybe jokingly, maybe seriously, as they get bested by Ryoma Kirihara and Asa the Empire. Wow, they come out swinging.
The new generation VTubers, indeed. Oh, a bit bouncy there.
Oh yeah. Trying to cut as much of the curb as possible, as Omet Ohm doing what Omet Ohm does. Going into P1 with a 54.3 on a fast track. That is impressive. Ruby Nakamata on P2 right now. 6/10 down on that. Oh boy.
And Biggie Hugs has also improved as well, which means Reska is now actually where he should be at the moment.
I mean, Reska is a returning driver to Assetto Corsa Competizione, hasn't raced in quite a while, and that is what we mean when we say where he is quote-unquote supposed to be. It is very much a return drive this time for Reska Kiyoso, who does have potential for at least, well, judging by current standings right now, P3, I would say. But since he is a returning driver, there is some rust to be scraped off.
Yeah, that livery still has Kaneko Racing on it. That is definitely some rust that needs to be scraped off.
That is definitely a traditional racing livery, a throwback to old times, one might say.
I remember seeing that livery when I first raced here at IVGTC Season 6, so that's a throwback. But back to qualifying, we have Cow Squid here looking to improve.
Yeah, Cal Squid's struggling a bit today. Generally, the pace has been there for Pro Class previously. This time he seems to struggle a bit. Maybe it's the combination with the car and the circuit that does not feel too well for Cal Squid
The
at
car's
the moment.
entirely carbon as well, so it should be lighter.
Yeah, no paint. No paint. That is definitely at least a few grams saved.
And yeah, by the way, if you're seeing this on the stream, sorry, we have downloaded all the liveries 1 hour before the server starts. We don't know why this happened. But yeah.
Maybe it's supposed to be all carbon livery, who knows? The gloves are off this time around, so technically it's legal.
Yeah, it is
But
legal.
yeah,
It is legal.
it is legal this time around.
I didn't say it wasn't,
But
it was just, yeah.
So yeah, Cal Squid almost establishing the correct order here. I mean, being the second last one. The only one missing now is Zula Kihara, who has to get ahead of Tals the bartender. We'll see whether that is possible. Currently, Zul is about 3/10 down on his previous best lap. There is still potential for the Ferrari to be gained. Definitely, we'll have to see whether Zul can make that work, though.
Oh, I was saying Uda because this livery is absolutely magnificent. Look at that livery.
It is a classic color scheme, and it is beautiful reimagining of the Castrol livery. Yeah.
It looks really well.
It looks like,
yeah, because it's Italian colors.
it's Italian colors, but in a Japanese livery fashion, I would say. And I think that works very well. It almost looks like that car would race in Japanese GT racing, in GT 300 or something.
Yeah, I don't think there is a Ferrari 296 GT 300.
Well, maybe one point there will be. For now, though, Notz and Zul is still looking for that battle lap. Rubinek Komatsu has gotten very close to Omet Ohm now, though, and can still go out for 1 or 2 more laps, provided they want to. Zula Kihara is now improving, currently still in the first sector, 2/10 up though on his best lap time. There are a few other drivers improving as well. Ravioli Hangout, for example, who is challenging for P1 in silver class at the moment, coming into the last sector, 6/10 up on his time. Let's see, how much time can there be gained through the last sector? 5/10 up, losing a bit on the exit, 1 more hairpin. He needs 4.5/10. He's currently 8/10 up. Oh, look, quite a lot of time gained in the hairpin. And oh, beautiful, even ahead of Cal Squid there. Ravioli Hangout, beautiful lap there for the silver driver.
The NXX as well, representing Honda. Oh, Cow Squid, oh, camera curse, oh,
Unfortunate there, Cal Squid going off the circuits, having to go for another lap, but there is still more time. 3.5 minutes still on the clock, so definitely 2 more laps to be tried, possibly by Cal Squid. Biggie hugs in the meanwhile. Sort of even on his lap time right now, but needs not very much time gained on Sam Winton to overtake him. Not this time around, it seems, though.
Oh, yeah, that was a little bit of a bad exit there for Biggie Hugs. But Zool, 6/10 up.
Oh, but invalidated just now.
Zool.
The curse of the camera is real. Oh, no. Would have been 8/10 up. We would have put him very close to Psycho Kaiser. In the meantime, we have Omet Omar back out on the track and improving.
Oh yeah, we have Omet out on the track. Let's see what the time is.
Oh, this is getting very close to the 53s. Very close. 54.177 for Omet Om.
Yeah.
Exactly 4/10 quicker than Rubinek Komatsu now.
We'll praying for Zul right now. He needs to get a lap in pretty urgently. He's only got, I think, one more lap.
One
Yeah,
more
one
lap
more
is
lap.
sometimes all you need. This is qualifying session, luckily. But Zul is 7/10 up on his time right now. Halfway through the circuit, so if that is a trend, then there would be 1.4 seconds up at the end of the lap. But we'll see. 6/10 up now. How much time is there to be gained through the Schumacher S? Looking like a pretty solid line there. 6.5 tenths up on his time now through these beautiful S's. Let's take a look at the onboard actually. Zul Akihara goes onto the back straight. Let's listen to that engine.
Yeah, some say the Ferrari 296 doesn't sound all that Ferrari-y, but I still think it sounds pretty decent for what it is. A little V6 engine.
Absolutely, and Zul Akihara still 6/10 up on his time. Maybe a bit more time to be gained here in the hairpin. Yeah, looking 8/10 up now on the exit. That is definitely going to go ahead of Tals and into where he should be, into the silver ranks. Let's go, order almost established. Ryoma Kirihara though, look at that, 5/10 up, challenging us in the umpire if he can keep this time or maybe even improve on it through the last two corners.
Yeah. Ryoma Kirihara fast on the hot laps. Oh, that's a little bit bad chicane though, but still up under his time. Let's see.
Look at the exit. Oh, nice exit. No, not quite the best exit. And that's going to be close. Will he get Arsa? No, just 600s down on Arsa than the umpire. This is going to be a battle though for P3 between the two, definitely. They're so close on pace to one another. Yeah, the qualifying session is almost over. Just a couple more seconds. Will anyone come around to start a new lap? No.
No.
That means all of the drivers that are out right now will finish these laps. And that's basically it.
We got Psycho Kaiser here, Mr. Controller, in his car of choice, the Lexus. Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. The Lexus is a historic car, I would say, within the Vtracc community especially. And this is a nice throwback to see. Well, Psycho Kaiser has only two more corners left to go. I don't know if this is a valid lap at the moment. This might be an out lap, might be a valid lap. Who knows? I don't. ACC hopefully does. If it is a valid lap, it's going to be a bomber of one because the Delta says 1 second up for Psycho Kaiser at the moment.
Yes! He won in silver.
Did slow down a bit. Wait, is it fuel out? Was the fuel time to perfection there almost? No, it's going. Okay.
Biggie Hugs though has an improvement on the table. He wants to overtake Sam Winton and maybe Electroshock as well, who are both in the pits. Let's see, rounding out that final corner. Rotate that Lamborghini. Rotate that cow into the straight. Can he do it? Yes, he overtakes Sam Winton, but not quite enough for Electroshock.
Thousands behind Electroshock. This is so close. You can't have it any closer almost. Ruby Nekomata is the last one out. Just finishing the lap now. And that was the qualifying. Wow, what a session. And it looks like there will be quite a battle between many of the different drivers in the different classes today. So let us take a walk, a track walk, with Omet Ohm and P1 starting right next to Ruby Nekomata as well, completing the first row. In the second row, we have Asa the Nyampa and Ryoma Kirihara next to one another. In the third row, we have Electroshock starting here on the right and Biggie Hugs in the Lamborghini. Beautiful. In row 4, we have Sam Winton and Resker Kyoso, two Mirai United buddies. In P9, we have two silvers of Psycho Kaiser and Ravioli Hangout. That is row 5. Row 6, we have Kel Squid, the last of the pros, and Zula Kihara, the last of the silvers. And now we start with the AMs in row 7 with Tiles the Bartender and Luna Lupo. In row 8, we have Kaito NASA and Primer Ice-T right next to one another, two very different machines. Row 9, we have Neko Kitten and Ivano in the writer. In row 10, we have Ian the Terrible and Zero Alexander. Followed by G-Fox Foxington in the Porsche here, and Imantrix Sainz in the Ferrari in row 11. Row 12, we have David Gameplay and Savage EJ. Row 13, we have Kian Fry and Selena Aino. And in the final position, we have Hazy Thomas, who is new in Vtracc this time around, and as far as I could gather, new to ACC as a whole. Lovely to see another Mustang join the grid with a nice color scheme, I have to add.
Yes,
but for now, we're starting the warm-up lap now, so we have a few more minutes to go until the lights go green.
Someone starting from the pits. Seems to be David Gameplay and Cal Squid, who are starting
and
from
Hazy.
the pits. Oh, Hazy as well, yeah. I forgot to press drive.
Oh, or they might do that tactically to avoid getting into any potential lap 1 shenanigans. We don't hope for them, of course, but that stuff happens in sim racing. You cannot deny it.
But it's Nürburgring, T1, you know.
Yeah, this Nürburgring. Okay, I'll tell you a short story from my past of sim racing. Before tracc.eu even, I was racing at a different league, ACCSS, rest in peace. And what happened there was we had a race at Nürburgring, and that was the first time I had ever seen the race end for 2/3 of the grid before the first corner. That's right, before the first corner. It was basically an error at trying to merge, from what I can remember. A car got turned around on the start-finish straight, and basically almost the entire grid was whacked out because of that. So,
well,
yeah,
we hope that doesn't happen here.
Absolutely, because otherwise the stewards who are handling this situation will not be the most amused. And let me see who the stewards are. Yes, me. Nice.
Yes, you.
Yeah. So yeah, me, the steward, would not be very amused. Everyone who's listening to the stream right now of the races, please make it safe through at least lap 1. Please.
Allegedly.
Well, we'll see whether they can do that on Mets Orm. We see them swerving, which, to be quite honest, in ACC is not much more than I'm bored. I'm just swerving now, because the most effective way to get heat in the tires is to drag the brakes.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Yeah, and also you might spin out. You're not careful.
Yeah. I mean,
But
only really if you're going TC0.
But in ACC, at least there's no collisions. The only thing you're gonna hit is the wall.
Yeah,
double filing
exactly.
Up now. Double filing up now.
They are double filing. We have the pros here lining up beautifully. The cars behind a bit more awkwardly. Is there a car out of position? Yeah, but I think it has sorted itself now.
Yeah, I think that
Okay,
was
we have
Cal
2 more
Squid.
corners.
Cal
Yeah.
Squid and the other guys.
And unfortunately, there are a few empty spaces on the grid because, of course, there are 3 drivers that did not press drive, either forgot or decided not to press drive in the beginning. We'll have to see what happens there. But the entire grid is lining up now. We have Omet Om and Ryubi Nekomate, who are challenging themselves to win this race here. Who will get the better start? We will see in a couple of seconds as the lights
Green light. Go, go, go.
go green, and we start racing on Metom. Has the worst start, it seems, but has the inside line starting on the marbles as well. There is quite a gaggle of cars right behind that, though. Assetto and Yampa having to defend from 2 cars, and it seems that everyone is safe so far in the Pro class. Not much going on here, and not much going on behind. It seems that they heeded my calls, at least for the first 2 corners, but there are a bunch of positions being gained or lost here. Tars the bartender even challenged by Luna Lipo and even getting overtaken, and there's a bit of collision. I think Psycho Kaiser was being rear-ended there.
Oh, Kaito Nasa!
Oh.
Kaito Nasa's backwards!
Kaito Nasa backwards. Ivano lost a bit of time through there, and I think Key and Fry as well. But Kaito Nasa now unfortunately has to wait until the entire grid is passed to safely rejoin the racetrack. Now, Hezi is passed as well. That means Kaito can safely rejoin. A+ on patience, at least, there for Kaito Nasa.
Luna Lipo's also gone as well, I think.
Oh yeah, Luna Lipo turned around. Ooh, there's a bad position to be turned around in. Luckily goes safely safely rejoin here. But yeah, further up ahead we do have the top 5 actually completely unchanged from the race start. Behind that we have Reska Kios and Psycho Kaiser gaining a few positions on Biggie Hugs and Sam Winton. And there's another yellow flag. Primer Ice-T is involved.
Primer! Oh, there seems to be contact. We have to see what's going on here by looking
Primer
at the...
and Neko Kitten are at a standstill there. We'll have to see what happens. Primer Ice-T coming into the chicane here. Oh, there was a car going wide there.
Oh!
Side by side. Oh! Yeah, that didn't look all too well. Stewards are gonna have to have a look at that afterwards. Unfortunate for the 2 drivers. Yeah. But unfortunate for both of these drivers, we can only say at this moment in time. But yeah, a wonderful start by Selena Aino so far, who is up 9 positions from their starting position. Up into P3 of AM so far. So that is beautifully done for Selena Aino, who, as far as I know, mostly races on Gran Turismo and pretty much never does ACC.
Oh, she's got the rider behind though, the screaming V10 versus the screaming V8 motor.
Oh boy, who has the better? I mean, honestly, both of those are straight line wonders. The only difference between the 2 is the rider has less downforce, so it's less controllable in the corners and potentially has a higher speed in the straight. But it does not look like Vano has the easiest time of controlling that right now, at least into the corners. We'll have to see how much time he can make up. Ryoma Kirihara, in the meanwhile, is battling in the front, following Assetto and Yanpa, trying to stay on her heels. Is maybe struggling a bit at the moment. We'll have to see how he does in the corners. Catching up on the straight, though. This is the battle for P3 here, and it seems he's catching. But it will not be enough for a move right now. Biggie Hugs as well is in P7, being followed by Psycho Kaiser and Sam Winton. And there's a yellow flag involving Selena Aino. Alexander.
No! What happened? What has transpired between these drivers? We have to see.
Okay, Selena Aino, we saw it earlier, has been doing very well. Oh, there's a bit of tracking right up ahead. Zero Alexander side by side now between the 2. Too much curb taken.
Oh, just taking too much of that curb and unsettling the car and collecting Zero Alexander in the process. No bueno. No bueno.
Very unfortunate for both of them involved here. We'll have to see whether that transpires into anything else in stewarding. But Selena now has a job to catch up. Reska Kyoso, in the meantime, had a great start up into P6 so far. And the way I know him, he's a very consistent driver. So he'll just get into his rhythm now. Head down, get into the rhythm, get into it, stay in it for the entire race, basically.
Yeah, Reska's consistent, really consistent driver. That's how he was doing really well in like iRacing special events in his previous ACC stints. But there is a huge kerfuffle behind, still for the battle for overall P7.
Two of those are Technoburst drivers, though, if I see this correctly. Biggie Hugs being followed by Psycho Kaiser. Psycho Kaiser, interestingly, racing for Technoburst 02, and Biggie Hugs racing for Technoburst main team. So, technically they're not the same team, but they're still under the same umbrella here. But both of them are followed by Sam Winton, who is a completely independent and will not hesitate to overtake and, well, basically break up this team.
Yes, indeed. The Lexus, though, just having more of the top speed over that Ferrari. Well, the Ferrari goes wide as well. It's not really ideal as Psycho moves closer to Biggie Hugs. Oh, there's probably a track limit there. Goes deep as well. The Ferrari does get side by side. What's going to happen here? You have to go to the helicam.
Oh, wow, and this is a chance for Sam Winton now on the inside for the next corner. Oh, Psycho Kaiser hitting the grass a bit. However, the momentum is not with him. Sam Winton making the overtake stick, breaking apart the Technoburst team, and will now try to catch back up to Biggie Hugs to actually fight for position in class.
Matrix Zane, so taking advantage of all that AM count is now up to P3.
Oh yeah, beautifully done. Matrix Saints being safe so far has led to quite a few positions gained for the German driver. Racing for Vitality Bagu Racing. Ivano as well. Survival of the fittest so far. It seems that the writer has a bit more life left in itself, bringing Ivano up into P2. However, Tarls is leading from the qualifying pole position for the M class. So beautiful action by Tarls so far today, and now it just remains to be seen.
Ruben's still really close to Assetto. Look at that.
Oh, absolutely. Lost a bit of time to what we saw earlier, but I think there's also a bit of difference between different parts of the circuit where Asa does better and different parts where Rioma does better.
Yeah, and these two cars are completely different as well.
Absolutely. Front engine versus mid engine, so they have completely different physics to start with already.
The only thing these cars have in common is massive turbo lag.
Yeah, that happens when you have a massive turbocharger or maybe even two strapped to your engine.
I think the BMW has a twin turbo inline 6.
Might be. I'm not the most knowledgeable person on engine configurations at the moment, but Ruby Nekomata, whatever that engine is, she's working with it. Not working probably well enough for her own taste, because she is 2 seconds behind them at home. But that may all change down the line when the stints come to a close, to a later stage. Reska Kyoso, in the meantime, is still cruising into this P6.
There's surprisingly only 2 BMWs here.
Well, yeah, and both of them are in Pro Class, and both of them are currently in the P6 overall. So it seems to be, statistically speaking at least, a very good choice.
Bob Tourist, am I right?
Oh. We don't talk about stuff like that. What we might talk about, though, is that there's a battle for the M lead at the moment. Ivano coming rather close to Tals. Tals maybe had a bit of an issue earlier, allowing Ivano to catch back up.
No.
Was it timing error?
I think it was Mentrix overtaking Ivano.
Oh, yeah, Mentrix is now ahead of Ivano. Right, so there was a bit of a change in the M class, but it is a different change to what we expected. Mentrix Saints in the Ferrari for Vitality Bagu Racing in P2 in M class now.
Yes. Pretty good race for Mentrix right now. On his home race as well. Home race for a couple people.
If we go down into P22, there's a battle for the mid of the AM class between David Gameplay and Primer Ice-T side by side. And there's a bit of a collision, but it seems like Primer Ice-T, who went for the overtake, has the advantage now into the arena section of the Nürburgring. Oh, David Gameplay wants to take it back, not able to at this moment. Primer Ice-T making the overtake stick into the arena section and gains a handsome advantage out of it. Beautifully done by Primer Ice-T here, who was involved in an incident early on, so will have to gain a bit more positions to, well, be where he could be.
The Primer was backwards on the track at one point. He's looking to recovery drive.
Exactly, a recovery is the goal as well for Cal Squid, who did not press the drive button, it seems, in the beginning, who is almost at the front of the AM field now, right behind G-Fox Foxington. Now, I think it would be in the interest of both of them, in the best interest of both of them, there we go, to make this overtake as quickly and painlessly as possible, because, well, Cal Squid is just quicker than G-Fox. A bit of a miscommunication there between the two on the back straight, it seems.
Yeah, and that Ferrari, as you may know, it does not like curves. The suspension is made out of leaf springs from a lorry. But G-Fox seems to get the message now and has given Cal Squid the position.
In fairness to the rulebook, I have to mention that this is not required by the rulebook. Technically, you can fight between different classes, but it is just not in your best interest, because typically people in higher classes will be quicker, as the leaderboards prove, except for Cal Squid, who did start from the pits.
Yeah, just losing time. You're trying to fight a pro class driver, just making both of you lose time. So not ideal. You can do it, but not ideal.
But I think there's a battle right now for P7 in the pro class. So let's check over there. We have Biggie Hugs and Sam Winton. Sam Winton having done the overtake just now. And Biggie Hugs is now right on the rear. This is the battle between the two different racing brands of Italy. Lamborghini versus Ferrari. It's also Australia, right? Not New Zealand, Australia, right?
The biggest Aussie, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Australia versus the US as well. So two massive English-speaking countries. Former colonies of the UK. The battle of, well, yeah, no, I will probably not finish that sentence. In any case, Biggie Hugs trying to catch back up to Sam Winton. Well, overtake him back again. At the moment, it's looking though that Sam Winton, with the overtake earlier this lap, has made the position 7 his own, which is his race number as well, so it's on brand.
Yeah, oh, Biggie was looking for that move. Brake a little bit too late though. And lost a bunch of time to Sam Winton here. Ryoma Kirihara still close to acing Empire. I think this is gonna have to go to the pits.
Yeah, I mean, at this moment, I'm not quite sure which is the case. Is it Ryoma just keeping a safe distance to Asa, or is it Ryoma pushing and trying to keep up with Asa? Whatever of the two it is, it will be decided by either
that's
tactics.
A lot closer than before.
Oh, yeah, there's a bit of time made up, as Ryoma Kirihara did invalidate sometime this lap, so it doesn't look like to become a valid lap. But if it gets him in the slipstream, and it doesn't have too many pit infractions at the end, too many track cut infractions at the end, then everything is fine.
Yeah, at the exit, but I believe turn 4, there is a spot where you can easily get a track limit warning. But otherwise,
Yeah,
this
exit of
track
the
is...
arena.
Yeah, exit of the arena, yeah. Where you can easily get a track limit warning. But otherwise, this track is pretty chill regarding that, I think.
Absolutely.
Rioma's last lap was a 1:55.745. Acer was a 1:55.9. They're very close to get on pace right now.
We'll remain to be seen. This is the battle for P3 after all. It is the battle for the podium position, which is still prestigious. So both of them will want to get that as quickly as possible. Or, well, as quickly as possible. They will just want to get that.
Yes, indeed. The race is not going to end right now. You got to get that position and then keep it. Anything else going on right now? I believe Zero Alexander is quite close to P Foxington for P4.
There are a few battles down the grid, yeah. In the AM class especially, there are quite a few battles. We have seen Zero Alexander here in the beautiful green Mustang coming close to G-Fox. It's a battle for P4 in class. It is not close enough for Zero at this very moment, but will try to make up just a tiny bit per corner, or tries to unsettle G-Fox as well by showing herself in the rear view mirror of the German driver.
Yes, the Americans have arrived in Germany to do some racing, not anything else. Promise. And some good racing it is, that's for sure.
Absolutely, the two are not giving each other an inch. This is the battle for, well, it's only a battle in AM class, but that doesn't mean there's any less action here. They are battling as much as they can. There are other battles in AM class as well, as it seems even. So quite a lot going on right now. Calsquid also making up positions.
We have Neko Kitten here, who I think has just overtaken Savage EJ. That's pretty nice. And then we have Luna Leopo pretty close to David Gameplay as well, the two NXX comrades. Oh, that's a bit twitchy there. Kaito Nasa doing that recovery drive, trying to claw back these positions. Remember, Kaito had to wait for the entire grid to come through so as to not do a unsafe rejoin. Go back to this battle between... Oh, it seems Zero Alexander has indeed made the overtake on G-Fox Foxington here, and Ian the Terrible is also ever closer to this battle as well for P4 in AM. And we see Calsquid has just overtaken Ivano and is coming closer to iMatrix Zanes, who's still in second place in AM. Taos is just cruising right now. But he has lost a bit of time to Mentrix. The gap was like 4 seconds before, now it's just 3.7 seconds. And, yeah. Let's just focus on this, because it seems like, oh, Ian the Terrible is closer. Two teammates, as you said before, they're battling right now. Oh. it seems like there is a mishap with our commentator here, Mr. Julian, so we're gonna have to be solo here for the moment. Zero Alexander still pulling away from G Fox Foxington here. Well, there is a yellow flag for Kaito NASA. Oh no, what has transpired? We must see. Kaito NASA. Oh, that Mustang looks very better. We gotta see the instant replay on that. Oh, Kaito NASA just spins it on the exit.
Oh no, so unfortunate. That is not what you want to see.
Is your internet back? Probably is.
Well, yeah, otherwise I wouldn't be here. Hello!
Yes, Julian's back. Oh, and Selena Aino is looking to capitalize on that as well. Side by side into this left-hander. Selena Aino backs out though, knowing better, because Kaito NASA can be a bit unpredictable with that damaged Mustang. Let's see if the steering wheel's bent. It isn't bent, which is good.
Yeah, but there might still be a bit of aero damage, which creates all sorts of trouble, especially into braking.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems that Cal Squid is making his way up almost through the entire AM grid now. Made his way through on iMentric Saints. So Cal Squid's recovery drive is recovering, it seems. There is quite a big gap between the AMs and the Silvers at this moment. So after overtaking Tals, Cal Squid will have quite a lot of time to think about what's
about
happened.
24 seconds.
Well, yeah.
No, not really 24 seconds. But like after Zoo is 24 seconds.
Yeah. Quite a lot of distance there. But that is something for soon. Actually, iMentric Saints doing quite a smart thing right now, staying in the slipstream of Cal Squid, looking at the lines and trying to improve based on that. They're still sticking with the pro driver here, so this might be a good chance for iMentric Saints to catch up to Tals actually.
iMentric actually, I believe, has the second, no, third fastest AM lap so far. Pretty damn good pace from Mentrix today. I'm gonna say that right now. On his home race as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, quite a few drivers have the home race here today because we have quite a few German drivers in the league. By the way, if you are a VTuber and you want to race with us, you can, but just by joining our Discord. You can join our Discord by a link that will be posted in the chat at this moment.
Actually, yeah, Cal Squid, I believe, is the leading German driver right now.
Yeah. Yeah, out of the Germans that are participating today, overall, Cal Squid is the leading German driver now that he has overtaken iMentric Zanes, who, by the way, I have to praise again for keeping up with Cal Squid like he does.
The first two in the pits are G Fox Foxington and Savage EJ, probably taking an early pit stop because of either damage or some other things.
Selena Aino has taken the pit already, is exiting right now, it seems.
Yep. It's green on the timing board, which means already taking the pit stop.
Exactly. There's one mandatory pit stop to be taken by all of these drivers, which requires a tire swap. So the tires will not go out on anyone.
Ooh, primary is rather close to in the turbo,
And Key and Fry is right behind that as well.
yeah. Again, I am providing all the entertainment today. There's not much happening at the top right now.
Yeah, this is battle for P5 in the AM class right now. Ian the Terrible, of course, finishing second last time around. Primer Ice-T, this is his first race at Vtracc, and Key and Fry last time struggling a bit around Spa, doing much better today, seemingly having a much better time around Nürburgring. But yeah, this provides us with a battle. Primer Ice-T looking to take advantage of the slipstream here. It is going to be hard to catch up to the Lexus though, because it is a straight line beast. The Ford Mustang technically as well, but since it has received a restrictor, it is not as beasty, but still it can be used to do great things. In this case,
You heard that. Julian, is your internet?
That's Discord. Anyways, Primer Ice-T looking to make headway here, going side by side on the exit with Ian the Terrible. Is on the outside though. Will he have the momentum around the outside? Still side by side as we are in the middle of the arena section, ahead of Ian the Terrible now. That was a great overtake around the outside. And Key and Fry is the next one who might take advantage of the dropping Ian.
Yeah. Beautiful outside will take from Primer Ice-T.
Further up ahead, right in front of this, we also have a battle between Ivano and Zero. So we'll have to take a look on both of these battles right now. This battle for P3 here. Oh, as great exit by Zero Alexander here. What can she do with that? Not much into the Schumacher S, because it is a single file corner. But yeah, Ivano having to sweat a bit right now with Zero Alexander right on his heels. Zero, of course, a previous AM champion in this class, as Ian the Terrible has a yellow flag.
Ian has spun. What has gone on?
After the Schumacher S, yeah, getting a bit unsettled on the exit. I mean, that can happen quite easily by taking too much of the curb, for example, and getting the suspension unsettled. Happens quite easily. But what it means is that
Alexander is pitting.
Oh, trying to undercut Ivano here. We'll see whether that works. We also have Biggie Hugs and Sam Winton right now in the pits, the pro drivers. Zero Alexander, of course, as we said, entering pits right now. Yeah, so right now it's starting to unravel. Reska Kioso has inherited P4 now, thanks to Ruby and Rioma pitting.
Sam Winton has a 30-second.
Oh, that must have been speeding in the pits. Maybe on pit entry, maybe on pit exit. Who knows?
Probably
Although
shifted
we know
into second gear.
Oh, that is also a possibility. In any case, Sam Winton, stop-go 30. This will surely hurt any aspirations for a good finish in pro class today.
Yeah.
Sam Winton, that is going to cost him so much time.
Sam Winton coming from iRacing, where you can use second gear in the pit lane. In ACC, you cannot.
I mean, it is realistic for these cars, because when you shift up into second, the pit limiter stops. So, yeah.
Yeah, but it's still unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. This is something that Sam Winton might have not accounted for, but maybe again it wasn't pit entry or exit. We don't know. We will probably only find out after the race. What remains is the fact that Reska Kioso is very close to us in the umpire right now.
Well, that's for sure. What happened?
That happened. Well, maybe Austin and the umpire had a bit of a an error because also Electroshock is now in front of Asa.
Well, Asa must have had a howler of a lap. Last lap was a 209.5.
Oh yeah, maybe just losing control their last lap at some point. That means that Rescue now has the chance to look at the lines of someone who is more active in ACC, or has been at least recently, and we'll have to see whether he can gain any sort of advantage. Maybe bring the fight to
Zoom!
Electroshock and even overtake.
Zoom! What happened?
Oh yeah, yellow flag, and that is in the first sector. We'll have to see. Maybe a bit too much curb on the inside? No?
Not this corner, I think it was into here. Oh, he's just drifting and he's just losing it. Oh no.
Looks like liftoff oversteer here. Easily
Yeah.
done. The arena section is quite a challenge for pedal control especially. And it caught out Zool here, it seems. Who's now being challenged by Biggie Hugs, who has pits already.
Yeah. Not ideal.
And quite a lot of drivers entering the pits now. Omet's almost in, Reska Kioso's in, Ivano's in, but... Oh, Kian Fry's in, Kaito Nasa's in. So much is going on in the pits right now. We'll have to see after the pits where everyone finishes up. Sam Winton still has not taken the stop-go 30 penalty. We'll try to stay in Biggie Hugs' slipstream for now. Well, which is not quite possible because Sula Kihara is now between the two.
Yeah,
But yeah, this must have...
Biggie Hugs is gonna be pretty happy about this.
Well, relieved, I would say, more than anything. Not having to have Sam Winton follow him through every corner now.
Yeah. Let's see.
I think we just saw Ravioli Hangout enter the pits there. Oh no, it was Neko Kitten actually. It was Neko Kitten. Sam Winton also going in for the stop go 30. Zula Kihara entering the pits for the regularly scheduled pit stop. Quite a lot happening. We do have until 5 minutes before the end of the race, technically, for these drivers to pit. However, at this point, we know the weather will be static. It will stay sunny with a tiny bit of cloud, so they will not need to switch to rain tires at least.
These drivers got lucky, it seems. The practice survey was... It could get flooded.
Absolutely, it was a fight for all.
It's interesting to see Biggie Hugs deciding not to go long this time. Hitting in early.
Yeah, there has been a strategy in previous races.
But
this time around seems to have worked
right now.
Absolutely. Psycho Kaiser up ahead, who has done the mandatory pit stop already, though seemingly undercut Biggie Hugs here. And there's, I think a yellow flag for Ian the Terrible once again.
Oh no. Yeah,
again out of the Schumachers. Oh yeah, I mean, that is a challenging corner to get right. And if you push it too much, you are going to, unfortunately, lose it.
Sam Winton has served his 30-second stop go and is now in P19.
About 20 seconds behind Cal's quid, so there is potential to make up one more position in the pro class. We'll have to see how much potential traffic might get in the way of that, though. There is a battle, though, it seems, right now between Neko Kitten and G-Fox, potentially. Or further up ahead as well, a few. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
G-Fox here following Neko Kitten.
Neko Kitten follows Ivano. As Ivano is
Omet
left by Omet right now. And Ruby is coming around as well. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, the blue flag situations are really coming up here. A bit of a dust swerved up with someone of these cars up ahead. Neko Kitten might be able to take advantage of the lapping earlier, getting very close to Ivano. Oh, overshoots the corner though a little, and Ruby Nekomat is now right on the tail of G-Fox. Aren't there someone off the circuit now going into the pits, it seems? In any case, what will happen here? When will Ruby Nekomata get past? It seems that Ruby is currently overtaking G-Fox. So we'll have to see. Oh, in the middle of the arena. That is not the best place for lapping, but it will come to that. Oi!
That's said, Neko Kitten into half spin. That is not good at all. No bueno.
Yeah, the stewards are not gonna like that, and I know that from first-hand telepathy with myself. In any case, yeah, unfortunate for Neko Kitten here, losing a position to G-Fox and now has to catch up to him once again. Did not lose so much time, but still lost the position, lost a couple of seconds. It still means that Ivano is now much less challenged in his position directly. Ruby Nekomata, though, is looming from behind, and it remains to be seen where does he let her past. The Schumacher S is a bit sketchy. No, let's her past here in the hairpin. Beautifully done, and now can get the slipstream in these fast back straight and back swerving corner section. If he can keep up here, looks to be losing quite a bit of time. Could have been in the slipstream for the back straight and gained quite a lot of time. Not like this though, and the cars behind also both go wide. Oh boy, it seems that now the gloves are off and the AMs are fighting.
Yep, gloves are off. It's time to do some, I don't know, mixed martial arts car edition.
And I think what I teased before came true. Reskaki also now ahead of Electroshock. Managed to make up the position there for P5 in the Pro class, but Electroshock is still right behind on his tails.
A new gen VTuber versus a original. It's going to be interesting to see.
Who will prevail? The cool, calm and collected head of Reska Kyoso, or the electric nature of our shocking McLaren driver? Well, that was a horrible joke.
I want to die. Anyway, yes, we do have a battle brewing here between these two. Reska has indeed undercut Electroshock somewhere, which has put Reska in P5. Pretty impressive for a return race. Not having raced ACC for a good while. I believe his last race was an Enduro he did with Lecaseyas. I haven't heard of Lecaseyas in a while as well, huh?
Absolutely. Quite a few old names are coming up right now due to, well, nostalgia more than anything else, I would say. But Imetric Saints has a yellow flag.
Metrix, where is he? Can't find. Oh no! What?
Is stationary in the pits with the yellow flag here?
What's going on? He just went into pits.
Let's hope this is just a display error. But if a yellow flag typically would mean that he's currently not doing the pit stop, and it's just stationary like that in the pits.
Oh no, it's not ideal, is it?
Now it says pit stop.
Imetric Zanks has been disqualified. What has happened?
Huh? How? Yeah, I mean, how did that happen? Well, in any case, Imetric Saints has been disqualified from the German V-Prix, it seems.
Disqualified
from his home race.
In the pit lane, says Jojo in the chat. Oh boy,
Oh boy. Missed the pit entry perhaps. In any case, there are a few battles still going on in AM right now. Well, Reska Kyosa, first of all, managing to lap through. But there is a battle between Ian the Terrible and Savage EJ.
No. Reska's P4.
Huh?
Reska's P4.
After everything has transpired and the pits are done, Reska is P4, yes. Asa the Nyanpire is 15 seconds down on Reska. Well, Sam Winton, of course, had to stop go 30. But I think he was behind Reska Kyosa earlier as well. Well, yeah, he overtook Electroshock, and Asa the Nyanpire lost quite a lot of time, it seems. So, well...
Yeah,
and Reska, you said you wanted to be in silver class.
Yeah, Ace's last lap was a 2:57. Must have had a mechanical issue or something. Lost an entire minute.
Oh
so
boy.
Serious. It didn't catch up because of the whole iMatrix situation, but you know, it's really unfortunate for Asa.
Quite a lots of drama transpiring as Asa goes and rally crosses in the Schumacher S. Quite an interesting strategy to say the least.
Oh boy. Oh, I think I can see the issue. Look at the bonnet.
Oh,
that's open as hell.
Yeah. That looks a bit challenging to drive. The wipers are even on. It's not raining.
We're probably simulating some rain right now.
We'll have to see, but Asa stays out.
Steering wheel looks fine for now, but that bonnet is very much open.
Yeah, it is definitely going to hamper
the... Losing speed to an NXX, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's the arrow really affected here in a negative way. But Asa the Nyanpire will still have, generally speaking, the better lines through the corners, we reckon, so should be able to stay ahead of David Gameplay without issue. Prime Rice-T, the last of the mandatory pit stoppers, I believe, having led the M class for a while now. And after that, we will know everything that has transpired in the pits. For now, though, we still have a few battles going on. For example, Ian the Terrible and Savage EJ battling for, that is P6 or 7 in class.
Yep.
Ian the Terrible, of course, having had a few issues earlier on, we saw, unfortunately. And that brings Savage EJ now into the mix. Kian Fry as well, being ahead of both of these people. Nice race by them as well.
Yeah. In the Terrible, not liking the Schumacher S's too much. Probably wishes it was named the Senna S's instead, like in Interlagos.
Which corner is the Senna S's on Interlagos?
Well, the first two corners, I think.
Oh, and I see that Asa Nyanpire is getting visited now by an Australian.
Oh no, Biggie Hugs is here, isn't he?
Oh yeah, and that Lamborghini looks much more healthy than the Ferrari of our Irish woman.
You know, Asa did used to live in Australia, so it's like Biggie visiting an old friend, like...
Oh boy.
Like, oi mate, how been you doing, mate?
Oi mate, let me take the position of your mate. That was horrible, but we'll continue. This is the battle for P6. Biggie Hugs is looking to get this position. And, well, it just seems like by the damage on the Ferrari, it will happen sooner rather than later. But how soon? Or how late will it happen? It's just a matter of time, I think, though, because of the damage.
Yep, and time is indeed ticking.
Oh boy, yeah. Biggie Hugs. We'll want to make this as clean as possible, though. I don't think there will be any hot-headed moves. After all, they are also 20 seconds behind Electroshock, who is the next pro on the grid. So it's rather unlikely that Biggie Hugs would catch up to them on pace. So you don't need to throw all caution to the wall at this moment. It's just about finishing safely here. Biggie Hugs will know this, and Biggie Hugs will try for the best opportunity. Tries now around the outside into these S's, side by side through the corner, 90 degrees to the left, stays on the inside now, side by side, beautifully done. Now it's just a matter of, the better momentum seems to be with Arsa, who is now up ahead, but this back straight, will it provide enough opportunity, enough length of the straight for Biggie Hugs to go for a move? Goes to the outside into the S's, will not move ahead. They're side by side, and there's a bit of contact. Biggie Hugs is sent into the grass.
Oh, Psycho Kaiser's arriving. He's just arriving on the scene now. There's one more person Biggie Hugs has to worry about now. Oh my goodness, what is happening?
Exactly. Psycho Kaiser leading the silver class right there quite handsomely, I have to say. But will definitely take a pro position away if he can.
Yeah. Psycho is, and I mean used to be in pro class after all. So he really wouldn't mind taking a position or two away. Like you said before, not in the rulebook, you can't just do that if you want.
Absolutely, you can do that if you want, and I think there's a bit of battling going further down for position, further down the grid between David Gameplay and Luna Lupo, who are very close to one another in the YAM class right now.
Oh yeah, and it's Ivano!
Is he? Yeah, his yellow flag. Out of the Schumacher S's. We've seen that already a few times from different drivers today. Easily done that. What has transpired to the writer?
Probably unsettling on that curb right there. No, not that curb. Oh, there's a... Oh, he hit that bump. There's a bump right there, and I guess he hit it, yeah.
That's a horrible position to come to a stop directly on the racing line. Look at the avoiding action. Everyone has to go into the gravel trap there. I mean, luckily everyone made it through that without any problem. I mean,
I think at least he held his brakes.
He did. He stayed stationary, which is what you have to do in this sort of a moment, just to be safe for the oncoming traffic. Biggie Hugs is back on the rear and goes to the inside. Will he have the straight line speed now? Should have. I mean, we saw the lack of top speed earlier when Arsene Umpire was in the slipstream of an NSX, and yeah, easily done by Biggie Hugs here with the non-damaged Lamborghini. But there's still a challenge around the outside by Arsene Umpire. It will not work though, because the position has been made up now into turn 2. Biggie Hugs is ahead, but Psycho Kaiser is now right behind.
Oh no, and Sam Winton has a drive-through as well.
It is all unraveling at this moment. Arsene Umpire, damaged car, and damaging her aspirations as well of Biggie Hugs. Sam Winton as well, a drive-through presumably for track limit infringement. Easily done on this circuit as well. I know that. Goes into the pits pretty much immediately to serve that drive-through. Yeah, I think this is now Sam Winton. The only goal at this point for Sam Winton will be to finish the race and to get points home.
Yeah, this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pros, so that'll be decent points at least if you just finish.
There will be some points, yeah. Just finishing within 75% of the lead, of course, as per our rules. But yeah, there is a... Oh no, there was a battle in AM. Neko Kitten now with the yellow flag.
Neko Kitten? Where would that be? I don't see that right now.
P17. Something happened. Neko Kitten was battling G-Fox Foxington, and there was a bit of a mishap, it seems. Let's see, was there a collision involved, or was it just the curb? Oh, not even the curb.
Come on,
Oh,
camera.
yeah.
There we go.
And look, that just looks like quite a lot of maybe lift-off oversteer. In any case, middle of the corner there, losing traction off the rear. Keeping it safe, keeping it out of the wall at least, so no damage to the car, but still losing a lot of time to G-Fox. Who's being challenged by Zula Kihara?
Yeah, I think Zul is just shooting. Oh, Kaito Nasa, not again. And he has returned to the pits. Not good. Not
That
good
is
at all.
unfortunate for Kaito Nasa. The American in the American car
What even
returns
happened?
to the pits. In the arena section we are here at the moment.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, okay. Too aggressive on the acceleration, it seems.
Yep. And then boop, back to pits.
And back to pits. Yeah, that seems to be the end of the race for Kaito Nasa today. We are in the last 10 minutes of the race, so what was that? 83.3% of the race are done at least, which is 5/6 of the race length.
Well,
Maths be with me as Omet Orm. We have not seen much of her today, but that is just because she has been unchallenged so far from the start of the race, basically. Just a bit of side-by-side in the first few corners with Ruby Nekomata, but that quickly subsided. Omet Orm handsomely ahead, 11 seconds ahead of Ruby Nekomata, who is in P2 here for Samantha Tan Racing Esports. And a further 18 seconds down the road, we have P3, Ryoma Kiriara for Oreo Tempo Racing. These top three have been pretty calm, all things considered, this race. I mean, Ryoma Kirihara had a bit of a scrap earlier with Asan and Yampa, but all that means that also Ryaska Kyoso is now in P4. A beautiful recovery, well, not recovery, but welcome back drive, basically. Managing to be ahead of Electroshock even on pace, who has a bit of a shocking display today. I'm not even sorry for that one. I think that one was good. Psycho Kaiser, the first of the silvers, is an overall P6 at the moment in the Techno Burst 02 Lexus.
yes. And we got Biggie Hugs taking advantage of the demise of Asian Empire, and Sam Winton is now in P6 in Pro Class.
The demise! You say that as if Asan the Empire has perished. She hasn't, but she has a rather damaged Ferrari, which is limping towards the finish line more than anything else.
Yeah, I think she just wants to finish.
To finish first you have to finish, and that should be your mentality all the time. Ravioli, a nice race, mostly a calm race, I believe, today for the Swedish driver with a suspiciously Italian name.
And a Japanese car.
Internationalism. We are displaying that here perfectly.
Yeah, Mr.
Globalization
Worldwide right here.
Cal Squid now in overall top 10 and in P8 in class, in pro class, so that is a nice effort.
Yeah,
unfortunately, it seems that it's not his best circuit, but he is overall the leading German driver today.
Charles, though, look at that. He's still keeping first place, and the only other car is like 10 seconds behind.
That is an amazing race so far today by Charles. Zero Alexander as well, a consistent race by both of them, and only 5 more minutes left on the clock. And no one near any of them. Same with our new driver here, who is being overtaken or wants to be overtaken by Sam Winton, the pro driver. P13 overall right now for Primarized T and P3 in AM class. What a nice first race for the Malaysian, I believe, Honda driver.
Yes. Sam Winton
Sam-
here not having the best race, but you know, just learning a sim, it seems, taking this as a learning experience.
I mean, yeah, it is fair enough. Unfortunately, with stop-go 30 in a drive-through, that hampers anyone's aspirations in a race. But yeah, just getting a bit used to the sim. There are still four more races this season, so it's good to get that. Neko Kitten is currently in P4 in the M class and is in a rather healthy position. G-Fox Foxington is looming, but it is over a second behind. So right now there's no slipstreaming between the two. Zula Kihara is right behind that, P3 in silver class and P17 overall. Zula Kihara just looking to finish this race, getting kilometers under his belt. Ivano having had a bit of issue earlier on, now quote-unquote only in P6 in AM class, but is very being challenged right now by Ian the Terrible, right behind him, the Lexus.
And I think that's Psycho as well, looking to lap him.
Oh yeah, that is Psycho right behind them. We'll have to see. I mean, blue flag situation is problematic. You have to not fight someone, but why the Ivano? And this is the chance for Ian the Terrible, who is able to take advantage of this. Psycho is well able to take advantage of this. Boah, in the blue flag slipstream overtake. That is interesting. But Ian the Terrible will have to let Psycho safely pass one of these moments. Well, Psycho will have to go for a move, and Ian will have to not defend from that. We'll have to see though, where will they do it, and will it leave Ivano catching back up to Ian the Terrible to fight for this P6 position?
God,
maybe at the end of this straight.
That was a cent and a half from Ian.
It did work though. Psycho Kaiser making it too wide now into the chicane. And yeah, Ivano is now right on the rear once again. But there's Biggie Hugs on the rear of Ivano. So there's more blue flagging happening here between the two. And there's only 2 more minutes left on the clock. So there's 2 more laps, presumably, for these drivers coming across the finish line right now. As Kean Fry is also coming around here to start one of the last few laps. Beautifully done by Kean Fry today. Much better showing than last time around. Much more comfortable. Savage EJ as well had a bit of bad luck, if I recall correctly, in Spa. So today a safer race from what we've seen. Luna Lupo not being able to make up the positions as we would have hoped earlier, because this seems like a very good paced track for the Spanish driver. David Gameplay are one of our only Dutch driver, I believe, at the moment, is in P23 now, and there's 3, 5, 11 in M class, so still bringing home points.
I don't think that's Dutch. I think that's the Luxembourgish flag.
Might also be Luxembourgish, yeah. That is a... Yeah... No, that's Dutch. Is it? I don't know. Dutch flag. I'm Googling it right now. Yes,
No.
it's a Dutch flag.
It looked a bit more blue than usual. That's why I was thinking Luxembourg?
Well, Luxembourg has a light blue and Netherlands is a darker blue.
Yeah, it looked rather light blue on this one, so...
Alright, right. Yeah, it might be Luxembourg. One of those weird European countries of that Benelux area. Exactly. Hezzy Thomas in the first race today is in not last, getting experience under their belt. Beautiful by Hezzy Thomas to keep it as safe as they did. And Selena I know in the last of the running positions today, unfortunately, was running rather well in AM earlier, but had a bit of an issue. The time is now over, though, and Omets Orm is about to finish the race handsomely ahead of Ruby Nakamata. And we do get the confirmation David Gameplay is Luxembourg. Sorry for that confusion, but Omets Orm, our Egyptian driver here, is finishing the race in P1. Beautiful. The second win in a row by Omets Orm, and celebratory donuts while still moving. A bit of a dangerous place to do that in. But Ruby Nakamata finishing in P2 now. And a bit... Oh, you don't do donuts on the racetrack. That is exactly why you don't, and I think Omet Orm has gathered that much now. Ryoma Kirihara is the next of the finishers, coming around the line in P3, and Reska Kyoso will be the next one in the last sector right now. Nice return race by the British driver for driving today for Who Wants a Soda, ex-Queen's Design Racing.
Well, at least for Ryoma, he didn't run out of fuel.
Like last time, yeah.
And he didn't get style on by Ruby.
Exactly.
Oh god.
Wait,
I
did
still remember
Ruby
that.
win last race or did Omet won last race? I forgot. No, Ruby won last race. So yeah,
Ruby won last
now
race.
they're equal. Now Omet Orm and Ruby Nakamata are equal. That means, as Electroshock has finished in P5 in class and overall, Psycho Kaiser finishes P1 in silver class and P6 overall. Biggie Hugs right behind that, finishing in P7 overall, P6 in pro class. Arsen and the Umpire crawling across into P8.
What
and
a
Tals,
win. What a win.
amazing drive by Tals. Class victory for Tals the 14th. Tals the bartender. Beautifully done. And Zero as well. Who can forget her in P2 in class? Primer Ice-T also a beautiful first race into P3 in class immediately. And these AMs have really given us battles today. So it has not been easy to get into this position. But those three have made the podium. Beautiful.
This looks like the ending credit you get in an arcade game or something.
Might very well be.
Yep.
Wow, this was a beautiful race.
And there goes the race. It's done. What was your thoughts on the race?
Oh, it was absolutely beautiful. I think there was quite an amazing display of skill by different drivers in all classes, I have to add. So it was absolutely beautiful to witness. How about you?
Yeah, it's good to see people like Reska and Tals returning VTubers returning to their previous ways of doing rather well. And Zoo in the chat is claiming he's driving on a mouse. That's kind of a throwback as well, because Ivano was driving on a mouse as well.
Does not need to mean that he was driving the mouse, just that his mouse went crazy while he was driving.
No, I know Zoo is driving on a mouse this season.
Oh, interesting. Well, now we know. All the more power to him, I reckon. In any case, I think that was it for today. We will be back with Vtracc in 2 weeks at... Oh boy, that will be a race. The British V-Prix. We are going back to Brands. And if you remember the first Vtracc season, the first ACC VTuber racing season that we did at Brands, well, look forward to it.
And the green car on the grid as well, so...
We do have green cars. We do have Psycho in a Lexus. It will be interesting. Be sure to be there in 2 weeks. But until then, thank you all so much for watching. Thanks to our drivers for driving. Thanks to our patrons for supporting us. If you want to race with us, you can do that by going to our Discord, which is linked in the description. I say thank you all so much from my side, and see you on the racetrack.